Anytime something drops in my mind to share, I always find myself in the most awkward situation, like when I'm not dolled up or when I'm working or when I have my glasses on. But I'm going to share this message anyway. As a young woman in Nigeria, of course, I'm a representation of that. If you take sex off the table and if you have standards, you are going to have to learn to stay alone. And it will become frustrating for you as a person if you are not putting the work on yourself to be able to be alone. A lot of people feel so lonely. And honestly, that's like a normal thing because we are all social beings and we need other people in order to function well sometimes. And when I mean function well, that doesn't mean like your day-to-day activities that you cannot breathe or you cannot live well. Sometimes we just need that social interaction, and especially when it comes to that emotional aspect where we need like an opposite partner, if you are straight, that is. But honestly, the truth is, if you are a woman in this country and you have standards and you have put in the work on yourself, you find it difficult to find the right partner. It's not extremely difficult. It's not like you are not going to find one, but you're going to have to learn to stay alone and enjoy your own company. Find activities that are fun for you, because many a time I've noticed that the reason why a lot of people fall in, a lot of women mostly fall into the wrong hands, is because they cannot be alone. And now let me tell you something about men. A few things that I found that, I don't really know. Let me not say I know about men. But a few things that I found that is that men do not, a lot of men, not all of them, I've met amazing men. Some men, they can't stand a woman who is emotionally available and intelligent, a woman who has a thing going on, a woman who has is comfortable being alone regardless whether a man is there or not. So when they meet these kinds of women, they're hard to manipulate, they're hard to use, they're hard to be lied to. So they cannot function around a woman. So they'll probably not go for you. And that's why men always say that they want younger women, because the younger the woman, the less exposed she is, and the less informed she is. So basically, they can actually tame her and train her and suppress her and control her. But when age comes with experience. So when you're older and you're better and you've worked on your mind and you now have a job or you are financially independent. I mean, a man has to control you one way or the other. If he's not controlling you mentally, he needs to be able to control you financially. So if he's not controlling you financially, how is he going to be in charge of things? How is he going to tell you things to do? Now, telling you things to do or controlling you doesn't necessarily mean he's doing all this is for your benefit. How is he going to control you to his own benefit? How is he going to tell you, don't go to that friend's hangout, don't do this, don't do that, when you're not financially dependent on him, when you're not going to ask you for transport fare to go there, when he knows if you are mentally, financially, physically independent, you're going to go where you want to go and do the things that you want to do, even without his support. So if he does not have that control over you, he feels, left out. He feels like, okay, he's not in charge. And again, this is for some men. There are many men that are masculine in themselves and they don't really need all that to validate who they are, because they know that they are. Do you get? Because a man who is intelligent, a man that, he knows if you are going to do something and he knows it's not good for you, he's going to tell you, oh, he's going to basically advise you, I don't think this is good for you. And you as a woman, you should also know what's best for you. And if you see reasons with him and you're going to say, you know what, let me just go with his advice, because nobody's above advice. But it takes a new turn when he just outrightly say, don't do anything. He's not giving you reason. Or even if he has reasons, or he's going to give you reasons, it's just going to be flimsy reasons just because he does not want you to be there. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you are a young woman in Nigeria and you have standards, and these standards don't have to be extreme. It sometimes narrows down to basic things. You're going to find a hard time, and learn to be alone until you find that partner, because if you don't, you're basically headed for doom. A lot of women in this part of the country, we seek marriage so much, we seek companionship so much, and the society has lied to us that we cannot be alone without a man. And I'm not saying be alone without a man. I mean, there are a lot of, again, great men out there that you can be with and enjoy your relationship. And of course, no relationship is perfect, but the truth is, as a young woman, if you work on yourself, and then if you have a standard, stick to those standards, especially when they're just basic things like, it has to be responsible, it has to be accountable, it has to be kind, it has to be able to support me. If the best thing you can do to yourself as a woman is marry a man or be with a man who will not control you. When I mean control, who will not because in this part of the world, the setting is crazy. The setting, the social relationship between a man and a woman, the setting, the cultural setting is crazy for a man and woman, and they are permitted to do anything to a woman. There are no consequences. So if you don't set standards for yourselves, and if you're not, you have to love yourself to know what you want and to set those standards. So love yourself, be determined to be alone rather than being with somebody that will bring you, you know, unsettlement or unhappiness, or that's not going to give you security and safety and room to be yourself. So be willing to be alone. And how can you be alone? Be alone by doing the things that you like, finding the things that you like, engage in things that will improve your mental health, that will improve your physical health, that will improve anything that will better you generally, and be better. Then when you have those standards, you can ask, okay, I put in the work on myself. I think I deserve this person, and I'm going to be with that person. That's my 2 cents, and I think this video is getting too long. Bye.